So I came up with, are you ready for this? The 5 players under the most pressure in the NBA playoffs. We're going to go 5-1 most pressure in the NBA playoffs. And I'll start with 5. It's a layup. It's Paul George. PG13, Paul George, everybody's favorite LA Clipper. Listen, the LA Clippers got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They have not been to an NBA Finals. That's an embarrassment. Steve Ballmer is ticked off. He is shoveling money into the oven, just wasting it on players who are not delivering for him. And guess who pushed for Russell Westbrook? Paul George foolishly opened his mouth and said, yeah, we need to get in the Russell Westbrook business. And he is openly telling the media, yeah, I'm the guy. I really wanted to bring Russ in. You know, I played with him in OKC, and then I left him so I could come here to play with Kawhi. So I feel bad. Let's bring him in. We know this NBA offseason, every early June, July, we start to hear rumblings. This player wants out. This player's getting shipped. They're getting traded. One of the guys that you will definitely hear about if they do not make the finals is Paul George. His run in LA could be over fairly soon. So my number 4 player under the most pressure in the NBA playoffs, Philadelphia's finest, Joel Embiid. Listen, Embiid is a tremendous player. For some reason, Alex, I've been tagged as a Joel Embiid hater because I don't say unbelievably great things about him. I don't have him winning the MVP. Can we just be real about what he's done? Like, yes, he's put up a great regular season stats over the last 5-6 years. Joel Embiid has never been to the conference finals. Let that sink in. Never been to the conference finals. I know he's had good teammates. Tobias Harris, he's good. They paid him a lot of money. James Harden, Tyrese Maxey now. They had Ben Simmons when he was good. Folks, Joel Embiid at some point has to get over the hump. Now, the big problem is he's in a conference with Milwaukee, which is a juggernaut, and Boston, which is pretty damn good and went to the finals last year. I like Joel Embiid, but as we've been hearing for months, James Harden could be headed back to Houston this offseason. Well, what happens if Philly flounders in the playoffs? Harden says, peace, I need to go back to Houston where I can enjoy my nightlife without regret and hop on private jets to Vegas whenever I want. Yes, this is a real thing. Houston lets James Harden do whatever he wants. And then Embiid's sitting there holding the bag like, what do I got? You guys can't build a title around me. I'm out of here. I think Joel Embiid is a name to watch. I got him number 4 under the most pressure in the NBA playoffs. Number 3, everybody's favorite petulant point guard, Kyrie Irving. Ah, yes. Kyrie Irving. Fun story. I was a big fan of Kyrie Irving after seeing the movie Uncle Drew. I don't know if you saw it, Alex. Kyrie Irving, he was like a basketball guy dressed up as a grandpa. Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
You didn't miss much.
Okay.
I liked Uncle Drew. I thought Kyrie's handle, his layup package was elite. I was a fan. I got me a Kyrie Irving jersey. It was the burnt orange throwback. And yes, I live in a beach town here in LA. I am the guy who goes to the grocery store in an NBA jersey. I don't care. I'll wear it to the beach. I see Alex laughing. That's fine. Alex lives near me. Like, it's summer. It's warm weather. I liked Kyrie Irving. And then he went off the deep end. After he hit that shot to beat the Warriors in, I think it was 2016, he has steadily gone downhill. Attitude, everything. Get me out of Cleveland. I'm going to stay in Boston. Get me out of Boston. Goes to Brooklyn, forms a super team, starts burning sage in the locker room. Kyrie Irving, they get James Harden, and Kyrie Irving's acting so wacky. James Harden says, get me the hell out of here. Then Kyrie says, I need to be traded. Okay, we can't trade you. Plays a little bit. Okay, trade me again. Like, at some point, I think we're near the end of Kyrie Irving's career, and I'm not blasting him. I think this is just the reality. When he hit the market, how many takers were there? 1, the desperate Dallas Mavericks and Mark Cuban. So what's happened since Kyrie went to Dallas? Well, let's see here. They've gotten worse. They are now in the play-in. Luka's got a thigh injury. If Kyrie Irving cannot carry Dallas to some kind of run in the playoffs, remember, this team was in the conference finals last year. If they regress with Kyrie Irving, folks, I don't know who's paying him in the offseason. We know he's not staying in Dallas, obviously. Number 3, Kyrie Irving. Number 2 on the list, my guy, KD, easy money sniper on social media. Listen, I rattled off the list of guys he's played with before. He's had some stacked teams. And it's funny who, the NBA Twitter guys like to pick and choose and go after. Everybody goes after LeBron. He always plays on stacked teams. You know what else he does on those stacked teams? He wins titles. Kevin Durant always plays on stacked teams. He's only got titles from the Golden State years. I mean, Kevin Durant's got to deliver here. So now we're looking at a guy who's 35 in September. Oh, by the way, Chris Paul, I think, turns 53. Is it in May? I'm not positive. I'll have to check. But Chris Paul obviously had a brutal postseason last year against Phoenix. We don't know what he's going to have left in the tank this postseason. It's probable that he's not on the team next year. Kevin Durant hurt all the time. We saw the list earlier. Major pressure for KD. And number one on the list. And no, it ain't LeBron James. It's Nikola Jokic. Who's going to be, yes, Nikola Jokic. I know Cowherd never loves to give him airtime on the show. He's going to be a 3 straight MVP winner in the NBA. Last guy to do that was Larry Bird. Larry Bird was able to deliver titles. Jokic has not got to a finals. At some point, Jokic has to show up in the postseason, take over a series the way Curry, LeBron, KD, the way the superstars do it. I like Jokic. He's obviously immensely talented. You want to call him the best passing big man in the history of the sport? Some might push back and say Arvydas Sabonis. It might be Jokic. He's averaging a triple-double this season. But what does the regular season stats mean, guys? Really, if you can't do it in the postseason? Denver doesn't play a lot of defense. I've seen the clutch time stats according to the regular season numbers. Are you ready for this? Denver is the most clutch team, clutch meaning the end of games, in the last decade. They're the best clutch team in the last decade, according to the NBA stats from NBA.com.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.